Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a GMC Sierra 3500 Denali Ultimate. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Jerry Center GMC here in North Salt Lake for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a 6.6 liter turbo diesel V8 known as the Duramax that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 470 horsepower and then 975 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see how it's kind of raised there on either side, then also in the middle, and then we got that venting in the middle too, which is cool. And then really sharp headlight design. Then you guys can see the HD logo right there. And then look at the parking sensors here at the bottom. We also happen to have the tow hooks. And then popping back up, look at the coloration on the grille, including with the GMC logo. I think that looks really sharp. And putting it all together, I love the front end design of the Denali Ultimate. Now around the side here, our time wheel setup is 275, 65, 20 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see here with the wheels, you got the silver there on the top with the blacked out elements. I think that looks really sharp. And then all-terrain tires, which is really nice. And then you guys can see here with the off-road shocks on this one. And then notice the 3500 badge, you also have these pretty chunky fender flares. Ultimate badge here on the side. And then you got chrome on the mirror caps also down below with the Denali badging. And then taking a few steps back, you guys can see the full side profile here. Also, we got the bedside step that's also visible. Now, taking a look at the key fob, you can see we've got the lock and unlock function. We got the remote start, tailgate drop down, and then the GMC logo there on the back. Now, taking a look at the bed, you guys can see protection here from the factory with the tailgate. We got LED bed lights, and then notice all the plugins and everything for the fifth wheel. And then we also have a power outlet here in the bed as well. And then this one has the multi-pro setup. So you got the tailgate step, and it's got the kicker sound system as well. Now taking a look at the taillights, you guys can see here with the C shape, got the bumper step down below and then parking sensors here as well. And then you guys can see the rest of the badges. And putting it all together, let me know your thoughts on the looks here with the Denali Ultimate. Now taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see here soft touch at the top and at the bottom, and look at the stitching that goes across, and I like the two-tone design as well. We got the wood trim that goes across on top of that. You can see some speakers here for the sound system and power side steps. Now taking a look at the front seat, again with the leather trim, and then notice here with the behind the seat storage, perforated all down the center portion, and you got more storage underneath, and then really nice floor mats. Legroom here in the back is really good. We also have a little storage pocket. We've got some cup holders right here. Heated seats in the back. We've got some vents and USBs. And then headroom. It's good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see soft touch here with the wood trim. And then look at the stitching. And then we've got all of our window controls. Notice the front here automatic. We've got our mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in. Memory seats. And you've got blind spot underneath the mirrors. Speaker for the Bose sound system. And we've got 3,662 pounds of payload capacity. And then down below, towing, 20,000. Really nice leather seats up front. Notice the Ultimate badge, and you can see perforated all down the center portion. All of our adjustments on the side with the massage seat function. And then we've got our drive mode select here with our tow haul mode. And we have our four-wheel drive auto, two-wheel high, four-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive low, and then you've got all of your light controls right next to that, heads-up display controls as well, and the steering wheel is actually manually adjustable. Interesting. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see soft touch trim all around, and then we've got some controls here for the center stack, radio controls in the back, voice command controls. We've got our cruise control as well as our heated steering wheel button, and then our turn signal windshield wiper stalk and column shifter with plus and minus so you can shift the gears yourself. Now we've got this big digital gauge cluster in the center. We can scroll through different menus, see different bits of information here on the truck itself. I think the gauge cluster looks pretty good, and we got our drive modes, basically off-road mode, normal mode, and then you have a tow haul mode. They keep things simple. And then you guys can see we do have a 360 camera system with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. You got that bird's eye view as well, and you can see out of a bunch of different angles here with the truck, which is really cool with this 360 camera system. Now, aside from that, as for the rest of the infotainment system, we've got this little auxiliary bar there on the side, and then you've got the main screen here. We do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integrated with this, and overall response time with the screen is great. And then down below you guys can see our engine stop start. We also have our controls for the dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats as well. And then you got your diesel exhaust brake, lane departure, parking sensors, tailgate drop down, hazard lights. That's for your stability control, and then your hill descent control. Got trailer brake controls integrated here, and then we can see cup holders right there. And then Ultimate here with the center console. Got a wireless phone charging pad, a bunch of charging inside as well. And then double glove box here with this. I love the wood trim on the outside of it, and then also the nice trim here on the dash. And then we do have leather on the grab handles, premium headliner as well. We also have the camera rear view mirror, power setting rear window, and we've got a sunroof up top. Now here's a quick look at the window sticker here, and the interior color, Alpine Umber, very interesting. Anyways, total MSRP, $99,935. It's not 100 grand, it's not 100 grand. Anyways, let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility of the hood, and hopefully you can see the heads-up display now. Both of the mirrors toward the rest of the rear. And, well, let us set off in the Denali Ultimate. I just drove a Pro today, so we're going from like the least luxurious GMC truck to the most luxurious GMC truck. So I guess we'll see how different the experience is. I will say, first off, the interior definitely feels a lot more upscale. I mean, just all of the leather trim, all of the niceties. I mean, it's a nice place to be. It really is a nice place to be. Now, when it comes to ride quality, not as much of a difference as you'd think. And it's still, I mean, ultimately HD truck, so it is gonna have a little bit of a bumpier ride. But yeah, I think they did a good job with the damping and everything with this. For again, for a 3500 series truck, it's actually pretty dang smooth. And get a little acceleration here. Good torque. Yeah, really good torque. And this engine and everything is so smooth. So I think they've just done a really good job with the overall setup here. Yeah, it's so comfy. Again, for an HD truck, it's very, very comfortable. So I guess to sum things up here, like I said, really comfortable. I think the Denali Ultimate looks great. I love this interior. I think this interior is really sharp looking. It combines, like, it has this like rugged, luxurious kind of feel to it, which I personally really appreciate. And yeah, on top of that, I mean, I've said this in previous reviews with GM trucks compared to Ford and Ram, but the value proposition here is a lot stronger than what you have with Ford or Ram. Again, I know this is, you know, a six-figure pickup truck after taxes and everything, but the loaded up Ram and Ford equivalents to this, the Limited and you know, I guess you'd have to compare Ford Limited to this. So Limited or Limited, right? You're looking at $110,000 easily. So $10,000 more. And are they $10,000 more truck? Definitely not. I think they're, you know, there's pros and cons to all of them. So yeah, from a value perspective, GMC definitely, I mean, yeah, they've got Ford and Ram beat. Let me know you guys think about the Denali Ultimate, and let me know if you think if this is the ultimate truck. I definitely think from a value perspective, it's one of the ultimate values out there. See what I did there? See what I did there? Okay, that's all.